Hello and welcome to India First, your fortnightly window to the world of strategic affairs, defense and foreign policy. I am Nitin Gokhale. Today we are discussing the aftermath of the Uri attack first, and then of course the surgical strikes carried out by Indian special forces across the line of control in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. We have a distinguished panel with us, Lieutenant General Vinod Bhatia, recently retired former DGMO, the Director General Military Operations, and of course a special forces officer who has served of course in various theatres and also taken part in the Maldives operation way back in 1987. And of course Mr. Vivek Kajju, a former diplomat who has dealt with Pakistan extensively, both in the ministry and then of course also as the ambassador in Afghanistan. If I can start with you, General Bhatia. You know, there is this question which has been repeatedly raised in the last 3 or 4 days after the surgical strikes were carried out and made public, that if India has carried out such actions across the line of control earlier, and there have been reports about it, and which I am sure many people know, what is it that was different from those attacks and this surgical strike that India has now gone and acknowledged and declared it to the world?
See, earlier India never carried out any strikes across. India never carried out any strikes across. These are very, very local actions. You know, when the infiltration takes place, now the line of control is not a defined sort of a thing. You cannot say this is my territory, this is, though we know where it is exactly. But when you are in a firefight, and you may have gone a few meters, 100 meters or 200 meters inside, they're a very local level. It is not the way India has gone in this time. This surgical strikes are a class apart. I would give them 10 out of 10. It's perfect. Firstly, it is at the national level. Right. It's at the strategic level. It's at the operational level. At the tactical level. Right. What India has done is demonstrated a resolve, a strategic resolve. It has demonstrated a political military will. It has come as both a punitive operation, post the Uri, where we had 18 martyrs, now 20 martyrs. And also preemptive strikes, where the terrorists were waiting to infiltrate into our territories, into J&K and maybe even further beyond, to create more terror. So, and look at the targets we selected. I think we must compliment the Chief of the Army Staff, General Swag, and the Indian Army for selecting the targets. What apt targets? Starting from Bhimba in the south of Pir Panjal, going to Tatapani, Hot Spring as we call it, south of Pir Panjal, then north of Pir Panjal, Lipa Valley, Khel. 4 targets selected over a period, over about 300 kilometers.
The arc.
So that gives an indication of our capabilities to strike where and when we want.